We are at the State Capitol building in Hartford, Connecticut, the site of the 2011 America East Men's and Women's Basketball Media Day. Joined now by the head coach of the UMBC women's program, Phil Stern, top of the heap. I know this is where you're going to say preseason polls mean nothing, but just take 30 seconds to say, well, you know what? It's nice to be recognized.
Yeah, I'm actually going to surprise you. We're excited about it. We embrace it. From where we started in this league 9 years ago to winning the regular season last year to having 3 all-conference seniors back. We're going to have some fun with it, embrace it, but also understand that we got a lot of work ahead of us. But yeah, we're not going to be one of those teams that shies away from it.
I like it. Go towards it. Embrace it, because you know how far you guys have come, and I thought that was shown perfectly last year. You guys kept bringing it night after night. Yeah. Michelle and Aaron leading the charge, and they're back here for a senior year.
Yeah, Michelle Karowski, Aaron Brown, obviously 2 first-team all-conference players, and now a third senior, Topeo Bajolo, also a third-team all-conference player. So we have the nice nucleus. We had a couple of kids sitting out last year, though, that are really going to help us. Raven Harris will be a junior point guard transferred from American University. We're really excited about her. And Brittany Kroll, who transferred from James Madison, is going to get into the starting lineup as well as a 6-foot wing. That's really going to help us out. So we're excited about everybody.
I'm almost chuckling before asking this about what kind of style you're going to play this year, because you've been known to change it weekly.
Right.
But what kind of team is it? Are you going to try to push the tempo a little bit? Are you going to run? Or are you going to slow it down? What do you think?
Well, we're going to stick with the Princeton stuff and really try to control the tempo. And then depending on the night, we're going to let them go a little bit. But we're not going to we're going to stay with what makes us pretty good, which is control the tempo, make teams really have to prepare well for us, and then we're not going to get into the whole up tempo and then change it this year.
When you look at the rest of the league, you have some veterans coming back, but it seems to be maybe more than past years, a lot of veteran players coming back up and down the standings.
Yeah, obviously Boston University has that great junior class now with the Player of the Year, Chantel Alford and Mo Moran and all them, and Kelly does a great job with them, so they're going to be formidable. Obviously Jen with Hartford every year is going to have a chance to win it, and they're just such tough kids, and they're deep as well. Binghamton, if Andrea Holmes is healthy, is right there in the mix, and a lot of new coaches last year are probably have their players in and are going to do a lot of great things. So I think the league will be a lot deeper this year.
UMBC head coach Randy Monroe, our guest now, and it's great to see you again. That means you're smiling and basketball season's here. Are you going to be smiling about your team once practice kicks into full gear?
Well, I'm looking forward to this year. Obviously, we have 7 new faces. 6 players will be playing, will be part of our team and being able to play this year, along with the upperclassmen that we have coming back. So it's an interesting mix. So I'm looking forward to working with this group.
One of the returning players, Chris, a guy who sometimes it seemed was trying to do too much or try to do everything for you. What can we expect from him this season and as one of the veterans in this whole league?
Well, I think you'll see a very good point guard. I mean, it's without question. I think Chris is one of the best, if not the best point guard in our league. There's no question about that. I think he's proved himself time and time again. I know he's anxious about coming and getting this year started, this being his senior year. I'm looking for Chris to provide tremendous leadership for us, which I think he'll be able to do. I think he's a very, very competitive young man, and I think he'll have a very good senior year.
Is he a good guy to have around such a young team? You mentioned so many new faces. They're going to need to figure out how to play in a very competitive league pretty quickly.
Well, without question, and that's what this is all about. Chris has responsibilities along with our other 2 captains, Jake Wasco, who's a senior, and Chase Plummer, who's a sophomore. So those 3 guys have to help Chris and do a good job in providing effective leadership that we think they can provide to help our team.
Not to leave anybody out, but can you give me a player or 2 who hasn't played for UMBC that we have to keep our eyes open? We're going to hear a lot about this year. Well,
I think Jamar Wirtz is a young man that's truly capable of having a good year for us. I also feel that Brian Neller, who's got valuable experience last year, the past few years, I think he's seasoned. He's a junior, and he can flat out shoot the basketball. So I think those 2 guys will really be effective for us.